Hello everybody, welcome to Cory Turner Talks Cars, and I can't begin to express how excited I am for November 12th. Because on November 12th, a little movie about some crazy legendary car heroes, the greatest name in racing, the greatest name in mass market cars, and a little car called the GT40 races onto the silver screen in a movie named Ford versus Ferrari. I know it's an original name, but honestly, when it comes to cars and racing, let's just cut right to the point. Now, I'm not going to give anything away. No spoilers here, even though I love talking about this complex and sometimes idiotic tale, but I won't. This is just a preview. And of course, if you know racing at all, then you know the story and the amazing GT40 that was created as a result. Now, for those of you not familiar with this story, let me tease you with a little question. Did you know that Ford came this close to buying Ferrari? Yep. The Deuce, Henry Ford II, grandson of Henry Ford, yep, that Henry Ford almost bought the prancing horse from Mr. Enzo Ferrari himself. And as a matter of fact, it came down to Ferrari's racing division and a sub $1 million racing allowance. And then I'm going too much in the weeds. Okay. Basically, it came down to this. Enzo only cared about racing. The Ferraris they sold to the general public that only served the purpose of financing his racing team. So selling them was fine, but when some fine print discovery about Ford wanting to keep the reins tight on the racing division and not letting Enzo have full control, well, that caused the deal to fall through. And basically, Ford went like cheapskate at the last minute, which ended up costing millions of dollars. Crazy. So after Enzo walked out in the negotiations, Henry Ford II, he was determined to beat Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and he didn't care what it cost. And boy, did it cost. I mean, a lot. Costed a lot. So in this movie, we have all the big-time players in the automotive landscape at the time. John Bernthal plays the Lee Iacocca, who hunts down, and he enlists the help of one Mr. Carrol Shelby. Yes, that Carrol Shelby. Now you see why I'm so excited, right? Carrol Shelby is played by Matt Damon, and it's his job to assemble and lead a team who will design, create, manufacture, and race a car from complete scratch. Oh, and it has to beat Ferrari. Oh, and they have to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans, even though Ford has no experience. Oh, and it has to be done, fast. So they could have just written the check to Ferrari, but no, Ford had to do it the hard way, but we got the GT40 out of it, so that works. So it's a crazy mission, which requires a crazy driver, one Mr. Ken Miles, played by Christian Bale. So together, they fight the constant interference of corporate America, the overconfident American car industry brass, their own personal demons, the recent three-time champion Ferrari, the clock, the brutal 24 Hours of Le Mans, and the checkbook, and wait, actually, they pretty much had an open checkbook, so that's not really a plot accelerator. But anyway, they had to make all of this happen. They had to do it fast, and they had to figure out a way to win. So did they? Well, I would love to tell you, but that would qualify as a spoiler. So I'm just going to say this. Mark your calendars for November the 12th. Buy your tickets. Fasten your seatbelts. Unless you go in those fancy theaters, then you can just turn on the heated seat and the massager and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, get ready for Ford versus Ferrari, or as I would like to call it, the birth of GT40. You know, that was actually, the GT40 was named because it was only 40 inches high. Think about that for a second. 40 inches high. That is not high at all. But anyway, get ready for November 12th. Are you going to go see this movie? I can't wait to see this movie. Leave me a note in the comments if you're planning to see this movie. Do you think they're going to stay right along with the actual events? How much are they going to embellish? You know how Hollywood does. I'm a filmmaker myself, so I completely understand. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it. Can't wait for the racing sequences. How do those look? Can't wait to see all those cars. Can't wait for November 12th. So remember to like, comment, and share. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's talk about cars tomorrow.